Hey y'all, I'm Shayna and I'm back with another review. This is for Ready to Love, Make a Move, Season 1, Episode 5, Blast from the Past. I think this was a really good episode, so we're going to talk about it. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome. I'm glad to have you. If you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy the content, check out my other videos. They are free. And don't forget to hit the subscribe. Watch all the way through. I'd appreciate it a ton. And happy Veterans Day. It's Veterans Day, so shout out to anyone who served, okay? Thank you for your service. All right, so we picked this episode up with Ashley. We know we've been getting a cliffhanger with Ashley at the end of every episode. So this is no different. She decides to keep cursing. We already knew this. Like, it wasn't really a shock. I told y'all last week because she said, I heard something about the age and things of that nature. So the clues were there. Why she kept him, she was better off keeping Don at this point. I have no idea. And watching this episode, my gut feeling and my intuition was correct. To my surprise, Charisse and Maurice, they on the porch and she's saying in her confessional, she feels like Maurice wants to be chased. And that sounds like the men of today, honey. They want to be chased. They don't do the chasing. They want you to open their door. They want you to pull out their chair, honey. He want to be chased down. He don't even want to talk, but he thinks he's the catch. A little money is just not enough, okay? You can't even hold a conversation. So she said that she's not with it, and she dropped him. Yay. We all are rejoicing and celebrating. And he gonna say, oh, she gonna miss me. She gonna regret that. Sir, get lost. Goodbye. So the next day, Ashley is cooking a seafood boil. Ashley can cook, okay? I see why she had that restaurant, okay? She the only one in the kitchen that be cooking. So Charisse said that now suddenly Maurice is a chatterbox. He texting and calling. He want to show her the city. You want to get back on the show. Okay, got it. Ashley said Don is still consistently communicating after being eliminated. And I told y'all, I think he's going to be making a reappearance, okay? He's going to be coming back on the show. I don't think we're done seeing Don. Tamika arrives, and she says they've been on this journey for 4 weeks now. She said that the last episode as well. And that's why she shouldn't even give it a time frame. It's probably only been like a week, but okay. She says some of the Ready to Love, the RTL alumni are on their way. They're about to arrive, and they're going to help them out with these dates. So they come, we see the cast, and we just get right to the dates, honey. We start off with Zadia. We know Zadia is a former mean girl of her season, and an even meaner girl was her partner in crime. Zadia was like Robin, and Camille was Batman, okay? Her and her many faces. She's a drama teacher, right? She wasn't missed. She was not missed on my TV screen. Let me know what y'all think. But she said, look, Zadia don't ask the burning questions, but I will. I'm going to get down to the bottom of this, okay? And Zadia's still going to do what she want, but all right. So Cameron arrives. He drinking off of Zadia's cup. Right away, Camille like, okay, y'all clearly been... Shh. Right away, she like, y'all been kissing. We don't know what else they've been doing because they be up to the late night hour. I don't know. She said they was talking. We gonna go with that. But clearly y'all been locking lips, or at least that's how we all feel, because why would he be drinking off of your cup? So Camille cuts to the chase, and she asks if he'll have time for a relationship, because he said he had a doctor, he got this going on, that going on, businesses and all that. And he's like, I got some things I'm working on. It's going to take like a year to get to where I'm trying to be. She asked if he'd be willing to move to DC. What did I miss? Because I thought this show was Make a Move. But we asking everybody to move where we at. I thought the ladies were supposed to be moving to where they're at. That's why they should have just named the show something different. The whole premise of the show is supposed to be the ladies moving, but we didn't need that. Like, we really could have. I mean, we know they in one house. We know Tamika lives in New Orleans. We know that. We don't have to pretend like they want to move somewhere. How about, are you ready for a long distance relationship? How about that? But he said no. He doesn't like the snow and he doesn't want to move. He likes it down south. He's happy where he is. I live up north and I don't like the snow either. And I was thinking about moving for that very reason. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do not like the four seasons, all this weather changing. It's cold at night. It's hot during the day. And then wintertime will come and be winter for like 10 months. I don't like it. And I'm ready to go. Cameron, if you got room for me, okay, because I'm ready to make a move. All right. But Zadia was like, I don't know. New Orleans hasn't really been good to me. I be sweating even at night, the bugs, this, that. But I would consider moving. From what I just heard, it don't sound like it. It sounds like you don't want to move. She's from Atlanta, like originally. So it's like, girl, you're not used to that. Yeah, she don't want to go. I don't see it happening. Camille making faces like she always do because she don't want Zadia to move, pretty much. And Zadia says she still like him. So there's that. Moving on. Vern and Liz meet with Jabari. And I loved Liz on her season when she was on one of the Houston seasons, the regular season, not when they was on the resort. Liz was a fan favorite, so I'm not quite sure why they didn't bring Liz on here to be a main cast member. I don't know if it's because Vern was already there and they didn't want too many people from the same season. But we really could have got rid of Charisse because besides that little tiff she had with Zadia, she's bringing nothing. She's boring. She's just as boring as Maurice is. Make them be boring together and go off somewhere. Liz is unproblematic and very likable. But whatever, this ain't about Liz. She there to support Vern. Liz asked Jabari what success looks like to him. So Liz took time to think about her questions as well. Jabari said peace and a happy home. As long as his household is happy, his family that he wants to cultivate is happy, then he's fine. That brings him satisfaction. That's success for him. And I will say I like that answer. Because people be thinking about, success. I'm going to be successful with my business or at work or, everything else. When you come home and everybody's miserable. A happy home where you come home where you that should be your peaceful place where you rest your head, where your children are, your husband, your wife, whatever you got going on. That's the real peace right there. That's the real success. But that ain't all the success for Vernisha because she's an entrepreneur, and we gonna get right to that. Liz wants to know how he feels about a successful woman in business. Jabari wants her to be able to cut that off when she comes home because he said when she comes home, she's not the boss there. So what world are you living in? You don't even have to be an entrepreneur to know that entrepreneurship is 24/7, not 9 to 5. So it don't end at 5 o'clock when she get home. See, you want to be the boss, but you ain't a boss. You want to be the boss, but you don't even know how it works. She's actually a boss. And so you can be a supportive person. You don't have to be an entrepreneur like her, but you should be supporting her. And if you're not, for me, it felt like he was like no nonsense, unwilling to bend his way or the highway. I don't see how that's going to work because he's not flexible. If you're not willing to compromise and show up for her, because Liz also asked, how do you feel about Vernisha? She be out late at night and stuff. She be out and about. Okay. She be outside. She got events and she got things that she got to go to, etc. And he like, look, I like to be in the bed by 9:30, 10. And I never had no issue because everybody I've been with also likes to go to sleep when I'm ready to go to sleep. Where they at? Where are those women at? Everybody you've been with like to go to sleep early. They early birds like you. Where are they? They're not here. You're single, right? Okay. So that didn't really work. Okay. You're not willing to say, okay, well, I wouldn't mind going there and being supportive and being her forever plus one and showing up to her events with her, things of that nature. There's just no compromise at all. Some nights she can come in and go to sleep early, and sometimes you can go to her thing. I've been with somebody who was not supportive of things that were important to me, and I will never do it again, ever. It don't work. It don't work. Because at the end of the day, you're going to start to resent the person, y'all, and there's going to be resentment there. It's going to feel like you messing around sleeping with the enemy, okay? Wouldn't recommend. I don't think they should go forward. But it's about what Vernisha think, okay? So Charisse and LJ are meeting with Keith. Do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think. Lord, this Tyler down here just, Please bear with me, okay? Do y'all think the fact that LJ showed up instead of a woman from the Miami season that Sharice was on, do y'all think that that's a clear indication or telltale sign that Sharice is not a girl's girl? Because she couldn't even have a woman show up for everybody else had a woman show up for them. She had to have LJ show up for her because she wasn't getting along with none of the women. So I feel like that right there, and then she got to live in a house with 3 other women. That's crazy. Anywho, so Keith arrives. Keith is very handsome, but good looks will only get you so far. LJ asked Keith, after Keith pulled out Sharice's chair, gentleman-like, okay, he gave him a point for that. That's great. So then LJ asked Keith if he likes to travel, because Sharice liked to be flued out. She liked the finer things, okay? She wanted to be traveling. She wanted to get luxury name brand items and gifts. She wanted all that, okay? And Keith said that he was focused on being a dad for 25 years and his business. And so now he's really taking time to focus on himself. And he actually took his very first solo trip this year. So they were like, well, that's great. Where'd you go? Where? And he's like, oh, to Dallas. And Sharice now, like, hold up. Now, Dallas is only 2 hours away. That's a quick drive. I drive 2 hours to get me something to eat. Okay. that ain't about nothing. I will say this. Now, I've traveled before. I got a stamp on my passport. I've been on some trips. I've been flued out. I've never been on a solo trip. I might take a day where I might go out for a day, maybe a nice little day outing, I haven't been on a trip solo. So it's like, have you not been anywhere alone, or have you not been anywhere at all? Because if you travel with friends, loved ones, previous relationships, then you've traveled. But if you're saying like, I just don't travel ever and I only go local, that's a problem. Now, maybe he's open to it because he said he was focused on parenting for the last 25 years. He was focused on other things. Now that he's in a different stage in life, maybe now's the time that he can start to do those things. So, we just had to ask more questions that I'm not sure were actually asked. So LJ asked what type of dates does he like to plan? This is where Keith lost me personally. He said a walk in the park with some ice cream. Nothing. It'd be a hard pass for me. I'm sorry, no. I don't like. Do y'all consider that a date? I mean, because people be considering everything a date. Like I see somebody saying, "Oh, we just driving around. That's a date." No, we're just 2 people driving around. Like we can be a couple and be out doing things that aren't considered dates. Like we're at Walmart shopping for groceries. Are we just considering that a date because we're doing something together? Like everything isn't a date. Like just because we're doing something doesn't mean it's a date. Like a date is a date. Now I could consider a walk in the park with ice cream a date, but that's not something I would like. That's your most romantic thing you can plan. Like I want to hear like what is like the most romantic thing you would do. That's something I wouldn't mind doing. If we're in a relationship, we've been together. Yeah, we can go out and walk in the park and get ice cream and whatever. But we also should be going on other type of dates. Like that shouldn't be it. Like what else? We got to switch it up every now and then. Can we go to a walk in the park this time? Next time, can we go to the movies? Can we go to the arcade bowling? Can we go to a nice restaurant? Can we go, I don't know, to the lounge? Like, what I need to know what else. But for Sharice, that ain't gonna fly at all. I don't think she wants to go for a walk in the park with ice cream ever. Like, I think in this moment, Sharice was ready to call Maurice back and tell him to come back. I made a mistake. I was wrong. My bad. You said you want to show me the city? Show me. Yeah, she might have been better off just going with Sharice because Keith ain't it. Nope. She's not going to be ready to make a move for that. So then we have Ashley and Stormy. Whew, sorry, my allergies are tearing me up. Stormy's from season 1. They're meeting with Kirsten. Stormy looks very different. Is it just, I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's the hair. Something looks different. Ashley feels away because Stormy, got her body yada out. She got on a bodycon dress. And she like, girl, why would you wear that when you're going on a date? Supposed to be vetting this man for me. Now, if the man is into you, it wouldn't matter what she had on because his eyes and his focus should be on you. Yeah, he's not blind, right? He can see and she's pretty, but his focus should be on you. So it shouldn't matter what anybody else does. But Kirsten walks in confused as to why Stormy's there because he wasn't sure. And he was like, "Oh, this is a beautiful surprise." And he was making eye contact with Stormy as he was saying it. Like a very beautiful surprise. Kept saying it like, okay, so red flag on the play. Mm-mm, I ain't like that. I don't think he complimented Ashley ever. Ashley complimented him, but he didn't reciprocate. And now it's a beautiful surprise. It's a hush. Stormy asked if he got a brother. Girl, this is where things went left. So Stormy's asking if he wants to be married one day. He says he's never been married before. She's like, how old is he? And he's 38. And we don't look 38. And it was given flirting. It was. Now, could have been a harmless conversation, but it came across like they were flirting. They just were. Ashley is clocking it. Kirsten said he gonna hook Stormy up with his brother, who's 6'5" and fine like him. She shouldn't even be interested in a man that looks like him. Like, this date is for Ashley. Like, see, that's why. Because it's like, yeah, the women are picking the men, but I also want to know if the men are genuinely interested in the women. I feel like the men should come in. And I told y'all, I don't know what review it was. They should do like flashcards or something where they say like the women would pick these men, the men would pick these women, and then we find out who actually is interested in who physically and go from there. Because yeah, Ashley is attracted to Kirsten, but we don't think and feel like Kirsten's into Ashley. And my good sis deserve better. So Kirsten hasn't said a single word to Ashley the whole time. He ain't even looked at her. Ashley gets up to leave. Nobody chases behind her, asks if she's okay, asks how she's doing. Nobody said, well, where's Ashley? And then Kirsten starts playing. It was like a fan sitting there. He picked it up and he playing with the fan. And Stormy laughing and giggling. Like, I don't know what was going on. I didn't like it. So Ashley's telling the producer she's over it. Like, she was like, I don't even know why I'm here. I feel like I'm third wheeling their date. This is crazy. Moving on, Zadia has a blind date. So now they're done with the picks, their picks that they pick every week or whatever it's called. So Zadia has a blind date. His name is Dylan, 31. He's a teacher. They're going to have a teacher on this show. They don't do nothing else, okay? This is Dylan's first blind date, and he seems a little nervous. He seems polite, like a nice guy. He says he teaches 4th grade, but this is actually his first year teaching, so he ain't even started doing it yet. He also mentions he's dyslexic. I'm not sure why he felt the need to mention that, but okay. He said he just moved to the city for this job. So Zaria don't know if he can keep up with her lifestyle. And I'm like, girl, what lifestyle? Like, what are you doing that you don't think he can keep up with? Let us know. Because it's news to me. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't even really know what Zaria does. But I will give her this. She said he doesn't seem quite settled, and I'm in agreement because you just moved. You just moved there about 2 months ago. So you just moved. You're not even really settled yet for a new job that you haven't even really started yet. Teaching 4th grade. I don't know. I think he needs a little more time as well. Sharice, put that down. Sorry. If you're a mom, you feel me. So Sharice is meeting with, I think it was Mazel. I apologize. My handwriting's awful. Charges in my head, not my heart. Okay. He's 55 and a high school dean. Told y'all they're gonna be in them school hallways. They don't do nothing else. So I don't know what the date was at first because she's dressed in active wear. He's dressed for an interview. I didn't know what was going on. Okay. They're going dancing. This is all over the place. They seem to have fun though. My only issue with dancing on the first date is you can't talk. You can't communicate. Like, I don't even know you. And I think we should be talking and getting to know each other. We can't really talk when we're dancing. And even Sharice pointed that out. She's like, that's very intimate. Yeah, we're looking in each other's eyes, making eye contact, but we need to be talking because I don't know you yet. before we start dancing. Back with Zadia, she said her mind was on Cameron. Okay, well, let her pick them and let them go off into the sunset. We don't need to drag this on any longer. She found her man in the beginning, and she should be able to go off with him. I don't know. That's the only thing about Ready to Love. Like, y'all make people just keep going on these dates. Let's just see her keep dating Cameron and see how that goes. Charisse and her date bond over dogs and zodiac signs, and Charisse even gives him a little hug. So I don't know if man in the interview attire will get another date or not, because we didn't see at the end of the episode. Not to jump ahead. So Vern has a blind date with Tabari, 48. They have on his little profile that he's a realtor. Now Tabari and Jabari sound a little too close for my comfort, okay? They're going on a date. They're creating like scented oils or something. Tabari immediately is like complimenting Renisha, and I like that because these men act like they too good to give compliments on the show. Ashley has a blind date with Chris, 35, an insurance agent. They're doing paint and sip. I saw them painting. I didn't see them sipping. They're laughing and joking at first. This is the first man she hasn't complimented on site, so I don't think she's really into him. I didn't think we would see the day where she didn't compliment a man. I'm actually happy that she didn't because I was tired of it. So, back on Vern's date, Tabari said that he does real estate, manages a restaurant, and owns a radio station. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I told you my allergies was turning me every way but loose. Okay, I had to get it together. But anyway, so we were talking about Tabari with him. You know, he doing everything. Okay, he a jack of all trades. Okay, he working hard. He's a hardworking man. But when will he have time to date? If he owns a radio station, manages a restaurant, does real estate, how will he have time? Because he said he likes to have fun. Like, and you doing fun stuff. When do you have time to date? But Vern says she likes to have fun as well. And she feels like, okay, this makes more sense with the entrepreneurship. Like he can understand her in ways that Jabari can't and won't. He's not even willing to try to understand her. Back over with Ashley and Boxhead Chris. He the one that said they call him Boxhead, okay? He said it, not me. She asked when his last relationship was, when did that end? He said about 3 to 4 months ago, and they were together for 3.5 years. She like, hold on, I don't want to be nobody's rebound. You need to heal. You shouldn't even be on this date. They shouldn't even have picked you. You just got out of a relationship. And I agree. He was with somebody for 3.5 years, and now you just want to jump into your next relationship in 3 months. This might be time that it's opportunity and space for y'all to get back together. Everybody else spinning the block after a decade and more, and you mean to tell me I'm supposed to believe you over it after 3 months? Please. So the ladies and the Ready to Love friends meet with Tamika, minus Stormy. Stormy is not there, and I'm like, it's not looking good for Stormy. I saw somewhere that Stormy had said that she had to leave early due to a prior engagement, but that coupled with the fact that she was flirting with Ashley's date is just messy. She shouldn't even been there. She had to leave early. She shouldn't have been one of the ones they picked. You should have picked somebody who would stay the entire duration of that time. So Camille says she doesn't think Cam is a good fit for Zadia. Really, I feel like it's because he don't want to move and she don't want Zadia to move. That's what I think that is. Liz feels like Jabari is unwilling to compromise for Renisha, and I agree. LJ doesn't know Charisse and Keith are compatible. Tamika, they talk about the traveling, and Tamika said, well, you can push him out of his comfort zone. And LJ was in agreement, and he said the right woman can pull certain things out of a man. That's true, but we're talking about a 51-year-old grown man, okay? So no young man with potential. This is a grown man who's in his ways. At that point, I shouldn't have to pull nothing out of you. Like, you are who you are. If you don't like to travel nowhere, but only places you can drive to, then it just ain't a good fit. I ain't trying to push nothing out of you. Either it's in you or it ain't. But I think with Keith, he should get an opportunity to explain himself because he didn't say he wouldn't do those things. It just sounds like he hasn't done them yet. Ashley said that Stormy took over her date because Tamika was like, yeah, Stormy was on your date. And she's like, yeah, you said that right. Stormy was on my date. It was Stormy's date, pretty much. I don't even know I was there. And then she started fanning herself. And I noticed it was the same fan that Kirsten picked up and started joking with Stormy with. Like he was making fun of Ashley. And I do not like that at all. I think that was very corny, childish. He should get up off the show. He shouldn't be there. I ain't see no trace of him for next week, and I hope he don't come back, like, unless she's kicking him to the curb. But that's where the episode ends, with yet another Ashley cliffhanger. So we will meet back next week to see what happened. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Check out my other videos, please, and thank you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.